Hey everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today I am back with a sort of apartment renovation. In a recent video, I created an apartment building using the for rent residential rentals on top of one of the existing penthouse lots in the New World that came with Lovestruck. And today I am furnishing the first of those apartments, and I'm excited to share it with you. There are 3 apartments in this building, and this is the first one I'm doing, which is the smallest. It is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment, and it's very small. This is the whole living space. It's very tight, but I really wanted to have this rounded couch in here. I think it ends up being very cute. And at first, I wasn't really sure what design style I was going for. I was having trouble deciding what I wanted this space to be decorated as, so I just started decorating without a clear vision in mind, and it came to be as I was decorating that I decided that this was for a sim who is an entrepreneur and is really focused on their career and all of the different avenues that they can make money in. And I thought that would be kind of fun because I feel like this sim is a workaholic and not very interested in the romance side of things, but I feel like maybe one of the other apartments can have a sim that's maybe trying to pursue this sim. I really liked that. I also had a ton of suggestions recently when I was doing some more color scheme videos to do some sort of build that has a lot of blue and orange in it. So this apartment also ends up having that. I thought that this made sense for the sim, not the color scheme, but the size of the apartment and the style and all of that is they care about their space and they want it to look nice and professional and put together, but they don't need a big space because they don't want to waste their money on that because they want to focus on their career and save for their future versus getting an expensive, lavish place now. Although I would think that this apartment would be pretty expensive since it has gorgeous views. It's on a penthouse lot. It's got beautiful windows, but it is very small. And I don't think it would actually be too expensive for your Sims to rent this one. And speaking of which, if you do want to download this build, it's not quite available yet in this current version with this apartment furnished. I did, however, upload the unfurnished version of these apartments to the gallery a few days ago. So if you'd like to grab that version, you can look up my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi, or the hashtag Gryphi. That information is always linked in the description down below as well. And I will have the fully furnished version of this building with all of the apartments decorated once all 3 apartments have come out on the channel. So hopefully in the next week. So right now I'm jumping around a little bit, trying to figure out which wall textures I would like to use in this space. I did bring in a brick on a couple of the walls, and I'm kind of starting to decorate the kitchen, moving things around here. One of my favorite things I did in this space is actually adding the chalkboard to the fridge. I think it looks so nice, and I often will add like artwork, sticky notes, that kind of stuff to the fridge, little lists, but I thought the chalkboard was such a fun addition. It kind of reminds me of the whiteboard that I have in my own kitchen on my fridge, so I liked that idea. And then of course just cluttering up this space with all sorts of decor. But before we get any further into this build, I just wanted to remind you of the sale that's going on right now. There is a massive sale going on right now on the EA app, so if there are any Sims packs you've been wanting to pick up, now is the time. And the sale goes through August 19th. And if you do decide to pick up anything, please consider using my creator code Gryphi at checkout. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It's just a way to support me as a creator. So thank you so much for considering, and thank you to EA for sponsoring this portion of the video. So yeah, just getting some flowers up here. We have plates, salt and pepper shakers. I end up grabbing some pots and pans and books and just so much stuff to put up on these shelves. I think it's nice to have the open shelving in kitchens just for decor, although I've never had open shelving because I've only lived in dated apartments, so that's just not a thing that I've ever had. But I like how it looks in The Sims a lot, although I could see it not being practical with everything getting dusty or getting grease on it from the stove, so there's that. But in The Sims, I feel like it's fine and it looks really nice. I also added some of these wine bottles from the Cozy Bistro kit, and I am just changing a couple of swatches here. Oh, and I also got the cork board in the kitchen. I really wanted this space to feel lived in and like there was a lot going on. The sim probably spends a lot of their time at home working on their various business endeavors, and so I just wanted the space to have a lot of personality and a lot of stuff, and I feel like they take pride in their space. They just don't feel like they need a bigger area, if that makes sense. So over here is where their desk is going to be. It's right on the other side of the sofa. I used this large desk, which I think came with Growing Together, and I added so much decor to it, so much clutter. So there is a drawing pad over there for things that might be easier done with that. I also have this calendar piece that came with Discover University. I merged it into the desk in the back, which I thought looked really nice. I have speakers and storage and a couple of plants and lots of books. I end up putting a candle over here. I just really wanted this space to feel cozy, but also have all of the things they need and make it look like it's actively being used. I also ended up adding a couple more storage boxes that I should be grabbing here shortly to put up on that top shelf, but just kind of moving things around quite a bit, trying to figure out the best way to place everything. And I've been placing everything custom with the modular shelves from Dream Home Decorator, just putting things on there and like dragging them off. I used to use a red shelf, which is CC, and I never leave it in the game, so it doesn't count as CC in builds. But for some reason, I uninstalled it like probably like a year ago because there was something that needed to be updated with it, and I keep forgetting to reinstall it. But hopefully I will do that sometime soon because it is so useful and it has way more slots on it and can fit larger items than the ones in game. So that might be making a return on the channel sometime soon. But anyway, we are in the entryway now. There's not too much in here. I just have a mirror, a place to hang up some coats, your temperature controls, a little rug, and a place to hang up your keys, and a couple of empty frames that your Sims can fill with whatever photos they'd like. There is only one bedroom in this apartment, and we're going to be decorating that now. And also, all of the things are already in the bathroom because I did furnish the bathrooms with like the basics when I created this whole building. So we will be going in there and customizing it, but you can see that there is a shower, a tub, a sink, a toilet, all of that already in there. But anyway, this is the bedroom. I thought about using the orange pillows in here to bring in the orange from the other room, but I really didn't like it, so I ended up changing the swatches of those later. But I think that this new painting from Lovestruck was perfect for this room. It had a lot of the same colors that I was using in the rest of the space, and I brought in orange in different ways in this room, so I ended up having this plant on the bedside table. I also really enjoyed using this lamp from the Snowy Escape pack. It's meant to be like a task light for doing work, I'm pretty sure. That's what it looks like. And so I end up having that in the bedroom and on the desk, and I think it just works really well. I feel like this Sim is probably up at night reading in bed, trying to learn even in their relaxing time. That's kind of what I was imagining for this Sim anyway. And then over here, I don't end up keeping this mirror because it doesn't fit with this little end table I put at the end of the bed, where I wanted to just put some artwork, a TV, and some extra storage since there was a little bit of a gap over there. I also ended up using this wardrobe from, I think that's from For Rent. I thought it matched really nicely, and it brought in some orange with the wood tone in that one. And then just getting some shirts and some books over here. And that should be pretty much it for that room. And we are heading on into the bathroom. As you can see, I'm just changing up some of the colors of things. And I swap out the mirror and change the wallpaper behind the sink to be the same one that I have in the kitchen. And then, of course, just cluttering up the sink with all sorts of basic bathroom decor. I got a pretty plant in here. It's not quite orange. It's more of a red color, but I thought it was really pretty. And then I used this rug from my first pet stuff and tucked it under the shower tub combo, so it kind of looks like it's a more narrow rug in front of it to bring in orange in that space. And then I am remembering that we actually have a balcony on this apartment. All three of them have a balcony. This one is right in front of another apartment, so I put some privacy things on the windows so it didn't feel like your Sims were looking into their apartment when they are out here. But I just have a 2-seater table out here with some flowers on it, and I will also be grabbing a grill out here, and I think just a lamp on the wall. And that is it for this apartment. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and click that bell to be notified when I upload. Thanks for watching and enjoy the screenshots. Bye everyone.